Hello everybody and welcome back to Sin City Living. Jason here bringing you today's episode. So real quick, I wanted to answer, we had a comment, somebody commented asking if Amy's ever been on this channel, and again, we work 2 jobs, plus we have a child, so so she doesn't manage to make it on here all that often. And I know you guys aren't going back watching 500-600 videos, however many we have on there, but yes, Amy and Louie both definitely appear on this channel fairly often, especially if you really want to see either one of them. Look for the Crossfire episodes. Go check some of the Crossfire episodes. They're with me on a lot of the Crossfires. Amy's also there through a lot of the roulette ones, and she's usually a background voice on most of the other table games. She does not deal craps either, which is one of the reasons that she doesn't show up as much on here. Thank you, by the way, Barbara Squires, for the coffee. Really, really appreciate that. So for today, I want to show you guys a real strategy that we came across. This is being played. It got played for a few hours the other day, about 6 hours the other day. And pretty much every single person that I work with was like, "Oh, you're gonna be filming this one. You're gonna be filming this one. You're gonna be filming it," because it was mind-boggling. So let's take a look at it. It's pretty funny. So these players would wait until there's a point, and then they would go 96 across, including. Now, this is the part where it starts to get mind-boggling. Let's say 9 rolls, okay? So 9 rolls. They would take their $21, and then they would move the 9 to the don't come. Say 8 rolls. They would take their $21, they would move the $18 8 to the don't come. And this was every number. Every number. This was their entire strategy. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at this in some best case, worst case scenario kind of stuff. These people, by the way, lost a lot. They lost their entire bankrolls a couple of times. But let's take a look at some best case and worst case scenarios. And don't forget, everybody, check the links down below for a pretty cool online casino. I was going to say sportsbook, but casino. It's got everything: craps, roulette, awesome sportsbook. Really, really, really good sportsbook. Actually, I know quite a few people that play on it. So yeah, check the links down below. Now, looking at this, let's look at again, best case, worst case scenarios. So the worst case scenario here, there's actually a couple of them. The first one is a 0.7 out. 0.7 out, they lose $96. Second one, worst case scenario, is a 30-minute roll. These people ran into both of those multiple times. A 30-minute roll, they win their 21s or 27s, but then they lose, down behind. So let's see if we can figure out what it is they're trying to do. So we always say, when you pick a strategy, when you have a strategy, aside from knowing what your win condition is, which they had no idea how much they wanted to win in order to walk away, you also want to know how many rolls it takes for you to reach your win condition, which again, since they had no win condition, they certainly did not know how many rolls, what kind of 15, 20, 30-minute roll, what they needed to hit in order to win, to make their money and walk away. And then then you want to look at what kind of rolls the strategy is targeting just to survive, just to to make a little bit, like a lot of strategies, the mid press, power press not so much, but the mid press, most of the other strategies, they're usually targeting the decent rolls. They probably break even at around 3 to 4 rolls of the dice without a 7, which is already over the statistical likelihoods. It's 1 in 6 chance, and they break even right around there, and they really start getting profitable right around 9, 10 rolls of the dice, and then really profitable, actually making decent money around 12, 13, 14, basically 15 to 20-minute roll. And then you got like your regression strategies that are looking, mostly looking for around 3 to 4 rolls of the dice just to break even, and then after that make their money. Let's take a look. So 0.7 out, they're going to lose $96. Let's look at one number, it's 88, and then a 7 out. Well, at this point, they lose this again, right? So they lose all 96, but they made 21. 75 bucks. They lost 75 bucks if the 7 comes on the second roll. So if the 7 comes on the first roll of the dice, it's a 0.7 out, they lose $96. If the 7 comes on the second roll of the dice, a point and then a 7, they lose $75. And less, you know, if it was over here $6 less, it would happen to be a 4 or a 10. So let's say it doesn't work out that way. Let's say they get another number, and we're not going to do a repeater. Let's say the 9, because repeaters, they start losing as we continue going. So we're going to stay within, you know, best case scenarios as we go. Let's say the 9. So they make 21. This travels over. Now, 7 out comes here. So what do they lose? Well, they don't lose the 96 now. Now they're only going to lose the 78. You're going to lose the 78. Okay? So they're going to lose 78, but they're going to win 18. So that means they won 60. Plus they have 42 over there. So they have lost $18. So statistically speaking, 50% of the rolls, the 7 coming in the first, second, and third roll, they're going to lose money. They're going to lose money. Now, let's look at something else rolling. Now keep in mind, if we have a repeater, like right here, if a 9 were to roll again, they would win nothing, they would lose 18, and they would have this 15 travels. So we'll stay away from repeaters. Let's say, let's keep going over here. Let's say a 10 rolls. So they're going to get their $27. This is going to travel, and this is going to move. So now we're at 4 rolls of the dice. So if a 7 were to come right here, they would lose 48, they would lose $63 over here. But they have made 69 right here, right? So they're already $6 positive, plus 18 puts them at 24, plus 15 puts them at 39. So now they are 39 to the good. Say 5 rolls. So now let's look at some more rolls. Let's say 5 rolls, right? So they would get paid 21. Travel, and then they would move this over. So if a 7 were to come at this point, now they're going to lose 48. But over here, they've already made enough to cover that, so they are 42 to the good, plus, so 72 plus 18, so now they win 90 bucks. Right? And you see where this is going. As this continues, they'll slowly win a little bit more at a time. Basically, this strategy, this right here is pretty penny ante. So is this right here. As far as losses and wins go, nothing too extreme there. They desperately need to avoid 0.7 out. They desperately need to avoid point something else 7 out. They are really targeting rolls. This right here would be 5 rolls. The 7 coming on the 5th roll. So 4 rolls of the dice without a 7. Then the 7 coming on the 5th roll. This, it starts to look like they're making decent money here, right? They're making 90 bucks in profit. However, there's a very, very high probability that they've had at least one down behind already up to this point. So they actually don't win as much. But as this continues, you can tell they're really targeting 5 to 6 rolls of the dice without a 7. And no repeaters. Because once they get past that, they start losing again. They start losing again as they're behind more numbers and they're down behind, down behind, down behind, down behind. And since they don't continue going and they don't do lays, it was a baffling strategy. We could not figure out for the life of us what they were trying to do. And again, they didn't win. They almost couldn't win. They played for hours and hours and hours and just got crushed. Sometimes it was slow death, sometimes it was a sudden death, but they got crushed. So yeah, thought we would show it to you guys. An interesting strategy we had not run across yet. Hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain fun. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.